Hey cuties, I'm Lanikia and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Days of Our Lives edition. Today is Wednesday, June the 22nd, 2022. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this one, it was like an 8.5. It was good to me. Now, what happened? Because I remember Monday's episode and then yesterday, I went to watch it, and the hearings were on, so I didn't get to see yesterday's episode. And so we come to today, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna pick back up from Monday. And it's cool. I was like, I missed the episode. I missed the episode somewhere. But let's just go right into it. So we see Lonnie is confessing to we pick up with Lonnie confessing to what she has done. And she's just like, I can't live with this anymore. Ray has been hunting me because of what I've done. Paulina was trying to protect me. I'm the one who shot did I say Ray? I meant TR. TR has been hunting me. I'm the one that shot, what do they call him, Ray? I'm the one who shot TR and everything. And Paulina tries to get her to not confess, and Chanel tells Johnny, stop recording this, you know. And so, everyone's there because they're at Paulina and Abe's wedding. They just got married. And Lonnie just couldn't hold it anymore. And so she's confessing, and Julia says, listen, he got what he deserves. And Big Mom and Olivia was like, yes, he did. And so Julia said, listen, we're the only people who know. Like you could, she said, I confess this in front of everybody. I can't just take this back because they were all like, Lonnie, don't say this. Eli's trying to talk her out of confessing. I mean, at that point she had already confessed. And Julie said, listen, the same way Abe and Paulina just made vows, and everything. That's what we gonna do right here. Now, everybody who not gonna say a word, raise your hand and say you're not gonna you're not gonna say anything, and we're gonna just take this to our graves. And so everybody was raising their hand. Even Eric, even Eric was like, I guess. Now Kate gonna go like this and say, "Oh no, she not to be trusted. She not to be trusted." But anyways, they all agree like we're gonna take this to our grave because they, like Julie said, it ain't nobody but family here, and we're not telling this. And she was like, no, I love y'all, but no, I have to turn myself in. Please take me to the station. And they try to talk her out of it, but she's like, I have to do this for her own sanity, her peace of mind. She has to do it. So Eli does end up taking her to the station and everything. And so then we see Charles, Chanel, and Johnny and Allie, and Allie's like, "I'll help you pack the cake up. They're gonna want some cake later." And Chanel was like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." I said, "What? All right, I'm gonna roll with this." And so Johnny was like, "Yeah, I'll help y'all." So they go and pack the cake up and everything, and they go back to Chanel's, Paulina's them place. And they cut, Allie's like cutting the cake, and they're like, what are you doing? She said, you're supposed to cut the slice of cake to save for the bride and groom so they can have it on their first year wedding anniversary or whatever. And then so Johnny started reminiscing about him and Chanel's wedding, and in Italy, and the little place they went and the cake they ate and all that and everything. And they're like, they try, both of them trying to win Chanel over. I said, this is not the time. Like, y'all just need to be supporting this girl. This is not the time to be trying to win brownie points, or anything like that. But Chanel gets a message, she gets a notification, and she's like, I have to go, guys, because they were gonna all eat a slice of cake or whatever. And she's like, I have to go, guys. You guys can stay as long as you like or whatever, but I have to go. Or whatever. So she leaves, and I said, Johnny and Ellie, go home. They tickled me. Like, why y'all not going home? So then they didn't, they're sitting down there fussing with each other about, I see what you doing. Chanel can see right through that. And he's like, she can see right through you too. And I'm like, both of y'all wrong for this. Both of you leave this girl alone or whatever. Like, this is not the time. But they sitting down there eating cake and all that. I said, so you just gonna stay? You just gonna stay at the house? Child, it was a mess. And that was it with them, y'all. So then we see Eric tells Nicole, he was like, she tells him that she don't blame Lonnie for what she did. She said she didn't shoot her father, but she watched her father beat up on her mama all the time. And he said, but you didn't kill your father. She said, yeah, but I willed him to die. Like, she was like, I willed that man to die or whatever. She said, so I get what Lonnie did, and I don't fault her for it at all. And so Eric's like, come get some clam chowder and all that. So she goes and gets clam chowder with him, and Kate and Roman are there. Now, Kate is asking Roman about, how Lonnie can get off, because she said you could clearly see from Lonnie's story, because she told him how it happened. She said you could clearly tell she wasn't in her right mind when she did this. And so he's like, she said somewhere exploratory, something like that. Can she get off because of that? And exploratory. I don't know. But anyways, and he was like, what, you been going to law school or something? I said, no, she trying to figure out if she could get, it was how Lonnie gonna get off so she can help Lucas get off. Because she thinking at this point that he has killed Abigail. And so anyways, they all sit down around the table together. It's Kate, Roman, Eric, and Nicole. And Kate starts drilling Nicole and Eric, because Nicole, about when's your wedding date, Nicole? And Nicole said, oh, well, when me and Rafe postponed. She said, oh, really? And she said, yeah, because of Abigail's murder, and everything. She said, oh, yes, it's, that's such tragedy. And so then she says, um, she started talking about Eric, because seeing something right in front of your face. She said, with all this tragedy, you got to grab on the happiness and grab on to what's right in front of your face. And they was like, okay. And Eric was like, yeah, you just got to love, life is short. You got to love the people. And she said, well, that's not exactly what I was talking about. And so she talked about Eric and Nicole getting back together. And Nicole said, this is embarrassing. And besides that, Eric does not want me anymore. And Kate said, how you know? Did you ask him that? And so then Kate asked Eric or whatever, and she said, and Eric said, this is inappropriate, and you don't have a right to do this. And she said, so you're not gonna answer the question, okay? And so then Eric said, all right, we're about to leave. So he gets Nicole, and they leave or whatever. And Roman is like, what you doing, Kate? She said, well, listen, somebody got to tell them. She said, everybody can see that Eric is still in love with Nicole. She said, if Nicole wasn't trying to deny it so hard, she could see it too. So when Eric leaves out with Nicole, he is just like telling Nicole how much, he apologizes that he didn't put Kate up there. She said, I know you, Eric, I know you didn't. But Nicole also, when he told her, send me an invite to the wedding, she was like, yeah, Nicole, and Kate is right. When Nicole accepted Rafe's proposal, she didn't have all the information that Eric was no longer going to be in the priesthood. Because I feel like it would have been different. Because everybody know Nicole and Eric. It's Nicole and Eric. It just is what it is. Rafe, he cool and all, but it's Nicole and Eric. So let's move right along. I'm not gonna hold you long on this. Well, it's already 8 minutes in. Oh my gosh, let me hurry up. So then we see Julie and Theo talk, and he's just telling her his condolences about Abigail, and how is Eli gonna raise these two twins, and she says we're all gonna help or whatever. And then he gets a alert notification. I'm not gonna hold you along on that. He gets a notification because Julie said she wants to be there. Julie said she wants to be there to help out or whatever. So he gets a notification. He said, do you mind if I leave? I gotta be somewhere. And she was like, no, 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 go ahead. And so then we see Abe and Paulina and Big Mama talking, Olivia, and she says, Olivia is just like, I need to tell you something about what you did today. And Paulina was like, I don't want to hear, anything bad going on or whatever. And she said, no, I'm proud of you. Like, you tried to protect your daughter. And Paulina was just like, I wasn't there, when she was growing up. And they was like, yeah, we understood you made a hard decision to send her away because, you didn't want her being in that environment. But and then you made the hard decision again to protect her by confessing to something that you didn't do. And so she tells Abe, or Pauline, because Abe is sitting there too, and she tells him, I'm sorry, I lied to you again. And I tried to help Lonnie and it didn't help. And he was like, well, you didn't quite lie to me. I wasn't completely in it, because she was like, I left you in the dark. He was like, I wasn't completely in the dark. So then Big Mama was like, let me let y'all two talk or whatever. And so he tells her that he thought that Lonnie was the one who did it because he remembers hearing Perletta say, "What did you do?" He said, then he asked Eli, but when he asked Eli, he told Eli about his suspicions. He said he talked to Lonnie and that Lonnie, when Eli came back and told him, "Oh, Lonnie didn't do it or whatever," he said, "But if you look at Eli today, it's clear that Lonnie had confessed to what she had done, and Eli lied to him." And Abe kind of said, he kind of implied that I knew she probably had done it, but I wanted to drop it because I didn't want what she's facing now. I didn't want her to have to face that. So he dropped it, which is what I said from the beginning. Like Lonnie had a lot of people in her life that she could have confessed this to, and they would have covered that up for her. And that proved the point today when everybody was like, "Nah, we heard you confess, but we ain't saying nothing." Like, cause she, they consider her a good, a person. Plus, they couldn't stand TR. They knew TR was a dirtbag or whatever. So then Big Mama said, "We have somewhere to be," and they so they get up and leave or whatever. And so then we go to Eli and Lonnie, and he's trying to tell her, "Don't write this down, don't confess to this. Let's just leave or whatever." And she's like, "No, I can't live like that." Like she was like, the guilt ate at me so much. I just cannot live like that. Alexa, set timer for 1 minute. Uh, Alexa, set timer for 1 hour. So she was like, I can't live like that. I can't live where I'm constantly worried about what's going to happen. Alexa, add 59 minutes to timer. Sorry, I have to do this so I can wake her up on time. So, anyways, she just was like, I'm going to confess about I'm going to confess about everything because I can't live like this. So he finally takes her statement and he said, "Rafe told me I could take you to booking." And so she goes to booking with him, and outside is her whole family. It's Theo, it's Big Mama, her mom, Abe, Chanel, it's all of them, and they're there just to support her and tell her, "We love you. We don't want to see bad things happen. We don't want you to go to prison or jail or whatever and not think that we don't have a support system." And so they all hug. Alexa, stop. They all hug, kiss, and everything, and that was really the end of the soap today. But I missed the episode, so I'm gonna have to go through and go on Paramount because I think and see about yesterday's episode because I was like, clearly I have missed the episode because the hearings were on, so I didn't think it came on yesterday. But I don't know, child. I'm gonna have to watch it. But that was the Days of Our Lives, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.